All right!
Let's do this.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on another episode of Free Beer with Charlie. I'm Big Al, and this is Charlie.
Hey, how's our free beer community doing this week? Big Al, how was your week?
Oh, really good. You know, it's getting close to that time of year again, Christmas season.
Tis the holiday season.
Yes, it seems like it was, just a year ago we did this.
Just 1 year ago.
Yeah, and here it is again, coming back around.
You know, I remember when I was a kid, you know, in summers, we lived out in the country. It seems like summers lasted forever. And I can remember telling my mom that, oh my gosh, is this ever going to get over?
Oh, I know.
And I remember my mom looking at me and smiling from ear to ear and saying, you get my age, you're going to turn around and a year's gone.
Yeah.
And guess what?
I know.
We just did the
same thing. As a kid, the adults would say, you know, time just flies. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? It takes forever for Christmas to get here.
Oh, yeah.
And now it looks like it's Christmas. Bang, bang, bang.
Big Al, you got any holiday traditions you do?
You know, I usually eat a lot of summer sausage.
Your summer sausage last year
stuff
was
like that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know how that correlates necessarily to Christmas, but that's just
well, that's your tradition.
Yeah, tradition. Yeah, everybody's got traditions. What do you do?
Well, typically, you know, Christmas Eve, we always go to church. I mean, anymore they're having them earlier in 2 services. You know how it is.
Yeah.
We try to go to the early service so we can get in, get out, and, you know, get with family then. And we usually do, you know, supper on Christmas Eve. Then,
sure.
You know, get up Christmas morning and do Santa Claus and presents and all that.
Yeah. Your kids are always excited.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter how old they get.
I know.
It seems like the older they get, the more expensive the toys get. Oh my gosh.
Oh, holiday traditions though.
Yes.
If you all have a special holiday tradition you'd like to share, just put it in the comments down there.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, you know, whether it's food, drink, whatever you do.
Something off the wall, whatever.
Yeah, we love that stuff.
Speaking of holidays, tonight we're looking at a holiday ale.
This one's coming to you out of Bell's Brewing Company out of Comstock, Michigan.
Yeah, now Bell started in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yeah, back in the late 70s, Larry Bell, he moved to Kalamazoo, Michigan to go to college. Well, while he was in college, he started working for a bakery, and then he got interested in yeast and fermentation because of that.
Yeah, because of that interest, he started brewing his own beer. And he sold his first commercial batch in 1985.
And then by 1986, Larry had 9 employees. They were doing all the brewing, bottling, and distribution in the state of Michigan.
Wow. By 1993, Bell's had become the first brewing company to have their own brew pub in Michigan.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So here's our holiday beer. Let's check it out.
Let's just get started. If I can get it out of the old ice bucket.
Oh, that's very retro looking.
Yeah, it's very retro. And I hope you can pull up a picture of this. Our free beer community's got to see the cap. The cap has got the same glass on it that the front of the label does. And that's, you know, that reminds me of being a kid. Didn't you guys have ornaments like that on your Christmas tree?
Oh yeah, that looks very 60s.
Yeah, it's definitely very 60s.
So the official name of the beer is Old Fashioned Holiday Ale.
Yes, and it's actually brewed with cherries and orange peel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say love.
Well, I'm sure it's brewed with love.
Okay.
And you know, that's one thing we had to give Bell's. Since 1985, they've been 100% family owned and independent.
That's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Cherries and orange peel.
Yes.
That's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting. Anxious to try it. And this is a bourbon barrel aged one.
Yes, so this is looking at 10.8%.
Yep. Whew. So
that's up there. This is not going to be a guzzler.
This is not going to be a guzzler. I say we crack this one open and get started with it. Ooh, a cap.
I can guess the heads and tails this time. I got it. I got a method for it.
Okay, ready?
Yep. Heads. Of course, my method isn't foolproof.
It's tails.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
I figure 50% of the time I should be able to get that.
I think so. Boy, look at the color of that.
You know, that looks like a sweet tea to me.
It does look like a sweet tea.
Wow, you sure they're not just selling sweet tea for kind of a high price?
That's okay, I love sweet tea.
Well, sure, yeah. But at 10.8%.
Oh, smell that.
Slightly sweet.
Yeah, slightly sweet.
Got a, what do you, multi-flavor smell?
Yeah, I'd say that's a slight malt.
Yeah, very nice.
Would you say?
A 1 on our scale?
Yeah, I'd say on our scale, probably a 1. Nothing over the top, but it does have a sweet smell to it.
Yeah.
Let's take a swig of it.
Oh, wow. Wow. We both said that. Wow, that's good. It's very unusual.
You know, have we had a barrel-aged beer that's that light?
They're usually really dark.
Typically, it seems like most of our barrel-aged bourbon beers are a dark beer. But gosh, that's a complex beer.
Yeah.
I have all these flavors. I didn't mean to stammer there, but I'm getting...
Well, at 10.8%, you're about to start stammering.
Oh, at some point I will. All I can say for our free beer community is that's a complex beer. The flavors I'm getting, I get a sweet, I get a smoky, I get a barrel, I get even a cherry. I do taste that cherry flavor. I mean,
a little bit of an alcohol sweetness, but
Yes.
it's certainly not over the top.
no, but and I think that's a distinction from our bourbon barrel aged. There's that, I guess it's because of the barrel and that bourbon flavor. In this case, it almost gives you that charred. There's a little
it's got
smoke
that charred,
to it.
it's got that charred flavor.
And yeah, I think,
You know, you talk about from our scale of bitter to sweet. I mean,
it's sweet.
it's sweet, but it's not crazy sweet like
No.
some of the other barrel aged.
No, definitely not.
Probably
One.
yeah.
I'd say a 1 on our sweetness. But the uniqueness of that flavor.
Let's talk about the categories. What do you think?
I definitely say complex.
It is complex.
I mean, we're definitely getting a lot of stuff
There's a
in
lot of
there.
stuff happening.
Now, we don't have a lot of head, and I'm guessing that's because of the alcohol.
Yeah, probably so.
I would say definitely a sipper. I mean, if it didn't have that alcohol, like I said earlier, I believe we could chug it. I mean, there's enough balance in that flavor, but you do
It's
get
not
the
hard to
alcohol.
drink. You know, they say that you can store this and age it.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to set one of these aside, and we'll keep it. And
Check it again next year?
We'll check it again next year.
Yeah, that'd be good. Next year, because it's only available, 3 months a year?
Yeah, they do it October, November, and December. So I'm anxious to try this one. This is the first time we've had a chance to get this.
Yeah, and we'll try it again next year and try it with the new batches.
Yeah, and we'll have to compare this year's to next year's and see how the fermentation goes, or if it continues to ferment.
Yeah, well, that's good though. Very good.
So what do you think overall, Big Al?
You know, I think it's just crazy unique.
I do too.
I think it's 5 worthy.
I really do too. I seriously think because of the flavor, the how it all flows together, and even at 10.8, it's not an extreme alcohol, but it is that alcohol on the backside.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Very good.
So Big Al,
Charlie?
here's to God, guns, and rock and roll.
Amen.
Amen. Hey, our free beer community needs to get a hold of this one.
This is a special brew for a special season.
It is.
Yeah.
We love that. And you know, this would be a good beer to keep around for, you got friends coming over this holiday season.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's not until next year.
Don't have to worry about it going bad.
Nope. You don't
Grab
have to
some of
worry.
this and store it aside.
Store it aside. Leave it down in the cellar and wait for an opportunity to pull it out.
Or sneak down to the cellar once in a while.
And yeah, take a hit yourself.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight. And don't forget, I'm Big Al.
I'm Charlie.
Till next time. So speaking of holidays, tonight we look at our first holiday ale.
This
No,
one's
not our first. I'm sorry.
oh,
Speaking of holidays, today we're looking at a...
that's perfect.
That's perfect. No, let's do it from the beginning. I think we can do better.
Yeah.
So think...
Hey,
So speaking of holidays, tonight we're looking at a holiday ale.
this one's coming out of Bell's Brewing Company in Comstock, Michigan.
Yeah, now Bell's actually started in... So speaking of holiday season, tonight we're looking at our first holiday... So speaking of holiday season...
We could have just
Shush! Right on the set! This is the creative process
This is
coming out.
Hours
This
from
is
now.
us. We're expressing ourselves.
Yes.
Don't express yourself.
So speaking of holidays, tonight we're looking at a holiday ale.
This one's coming out of Bell's Brewing.
Oh my God.
Did you start out a couple octaves higher?
I did.
Speaking of holidays, tonight we're going to look at a holiday ale.
This one's coming out of Bell's Brewing Company out of Comstock, Michigan.
Yeah, now Bell started in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yeah, back in the late 70s, Larry...
I'm glad it's not just me. Hey everybody, no, I did it. All right, let's do this. And then by '93, they became the first brew pub, or yeah. So speaking of holidays,
I was gonna be like,
no. I think that worked out.
Yeah, that'll be good.